So we're going to be doing 1876, the port finish?
Port barrel finish?
Port barrel finish, Texas whiskey. Apparently, the neck pour
is god awful.
Are you okay with something that tastes nasty as a neck pour that opens up? We're going to try it again.
Welcome back to Exploring Whiskeys. Today we're going to take another trip down to the great state of Texas.
That's right. So today we are reviewing the 1876 Texas Bourbon, Port Barrel Texas Bourbon. Not exactly in the wheelhouse of your profile generally, except for the Balcones and things like that. See what happens when you finish it in port. I'm not sure.
It was a my wife purchased it for me. She just said, I said, grab me a bottle while you're at the store. And she called me and
surprised me.
You know, I'm now more into trying to find the whiskeys that are not from Tennessee, Kentucky, trying to explore what's around the country. Yeah, there's not a whole lot that comes from Texas that I'm a
super big fan of.
Huge fan of. So,
well, so we know. So this is all right. One, this is they don't say bottled by San Luis Spirits.
Yeah.
But they don't actually say who distills it. And the rumor mill is it's Balcones.
Really?
That's the rumor. I don't think anybody coughs that up, but that's the rumor. Is it's distilled by the Balcones.
So they're distilling it, quickly putting it in a barrel and shipping it, so it doesn't get that.
Yeah, the dry
yeast or whatever's in their rick houses.
And then they're using Napa Valley port barrels.
Yep.
Not like Portuguese port. So they're doing some weird things.
Made in America.
America. Anyway.
All right.
Outside of that, 1876 is a nod to a bunch of things. Texas became a state. It was the first centennial of America. Mm-hmm. Something about baseball, and there was another one too. Invention of the telephone. And the first women's boxing match. I have no idea why that's...
I would have just stuck with that's when they became a state. But...
That's when they became a state. Yeah, let's stick with that. Yeah, exactly. Founded by brothers Gary and Kevin. So.
All right, so obviously the bottle's been opened.
Yeah.
It's probably about two weeks old.
Okay.
I have shared pour with our missing co-host.
Yep.
So I'm curious to see what you think.
It's toasty, like bready, like toasted white bread.
Yeah, but I get a little of the. I feel like I always say grape, but it's the skin. It's not like skin. Eating a grape. It's just like how the skin tastes at the end.
Yeah, but there's like a weird toasted note in there.
I know that they can't distill stuff or keep stuff in the barrel so long down there because of the weather. My thought, having one or two pours,
young, sharp,
but again, if they would have kept it in a barrel for, because this is a blend of a 3, 4, and a 5. If they would have kept it in there for 6,
4, 5, 6, something along those lines,
something that's a little longer, but it's my opinion.
But then I guess they get nervous about being oaky. That's what it is. It almost smells like toasted mesquite wood.
Okay.
There's a little mesquite thing going on.
Makes sense down there.
Yeah, definitely does. 80% Texas corn and 20% some kind of Oklahoma winter rye. So, 2 grain. I like the palate more than I like the nose.
Yes.
And it's sweet. Really sweet.
This has opened up because it did not taste like this.
And then now I'm starting to get
I drank the neck pour.
Yeah, that was
tight.
I was like, whoa. that was sharp.
My wife's like, what's wrong? I was like, neck pour. Neck pour.
Well, I think the neck pour probably is more prevalent in younger whiskeys. That's kind of the theme that we've seen over 3 years of doing this.
So I still get this real similar profile that I got the first two times. I had a small pour. And even Adam agreed. We thought it was heavy on the clove. That's the spice.
Okay.
And in that port, I get more of a plum.
Dark dark sweet fruits.
But like you take that first bite.
Not really grapey
but you take that
on the
first
palate.
bite. Yeah.
But there is I'm going to say mesquite wood kind of note in there. And I'm not a fan of mesquite wood. Like it's just something, like Long Branch just has something funny about it to me that I'm not sure.
I'm glad it's opened up because that first pour was awful.
Yeah.
It was just going to sit there for a little while.
But they proof it down to 85, which a little bit of a stinker there. And
But how many other bottles do they have? Do you know?
I would assume they have a regular bourbon, not finished in a port barrel. I'm not sure what else they're doing.
Well, they're trying to spread it.
They were doing, I want to say they had a lot of gins and other vodkas and that kind of stuff
That's
too.
how a lot of them make their money while they're waiting for the juice to age.
Non-aged.
Makes sense. All right,
It's
now
not
the
offensive.
mesquite is more.
It's not offensive, but it's not an ideal. The price I saw was somewhere in the 40 to 50 range.
I didn't see
something
the
like that.
receipt, but I'm assuming that's probably pretty close.
And you said Total Wine, so
It's funny how I
probably
don't see those
nationally
receipts
available.
when she goes to the liquor store.
Yeah, still prefer the palate over the nose. The nose still has some weird, that toast note, and the mesquite wood note is a little too much on the nose. The palate does start to have some of those sweet fruit and
Oh, it's a really sweet finish.
yeah. And
it's a harsh
weird,
roll.
the toast or the rye or whatever it was, or the mesquite isn't as aggressive on the palate as it is on the nose. Which doesn't make me look forward to adding water to this. I'm nervous that the mesquite's going to get a little heavier, but we'll see what happens.
All right.
Now it's like,
I'm going to say the nose is a little harsher.
maybe, but I'm
The mesquite died
getting
down.
vanillas now, or toasted vanilla, kind of. It switched from that bread note to a more of a vanilla sweeter note. It was a little harsher on the very beginning. Still pretty sweet.
A lot of wood.
Wood came through. Versus the clove, it's more now like barrel tannin-y
It's the
thing.
wood. I'm going to say I like it without water. Better.
The palate is better without the water. I don't think the
You
nose.
lose the mesquite.
The mesquite
You lose
walks
the
away
mesquite
from the
forward
nose.
on the nose with the water. But again, $45.
$45. Texas, trying something new.
Yep.
A port finish, and that's a finish. Like they're taking it and doing a finish to it. So there's costs and things that go into that. So
Well,
not
if
horrible.
if it is truly distilled by Balcones, so they're sourcing it from them, then you got that cost where you've got to
right, yeah.
ship it.
Well, they're located near Balcones.
Still.
I'm not sure exactly where, but
Still a shipping fee.
still a shipping fee. Yeah, true.
It's not like you can go over there in your Jeep and
Grab a barrel
grab a barrel and take it back to the shop.
or 10.
Yeah, I'm just glad this is opened up.
Yeah, I mean, compared to the way you originally said it,
Ooh.
I would not have been an overly huge fan. It's fine. It's not great. It's fine.
But I mean, we're never really blown away by Texas whiskeys.
Agreed.
That's just one state where we just you get like a couple bottles here and there from like Balcones or even like the Mild and Green. There's stuff.
Right. That unabridged, the unabridged from them was very solid. To me, that single malt from Balcones, very, very solid. But a lot of times, like
But that one bottle we got from
TX
them it was a blend. It was sourced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was some of theirs and a whole lot of other
Others,
stuff.
yeah.
Bardstown and
Yep.
Indiana, I think.
Again, I'm
Happy
happy
it changed.
I'm happier that it changed.
But that mesquite thing is just still a little funny.
But I would be curious. I may have to go to Total Wine tomorrow. I'm going to be over in that area. I may pop in there and see if they have another 1876 and
Compare.
compare.
Little ABs.
Yeah.
See what it looks like. How much the port does impact it. And I couldn't find anything that said how long it's sat in that port barrel or any of that stuff. So
I gotta feel like don't most of those. It's just like less
Months.
than 6 months.
yeah, probably. Especially in Texas. Because if you did 3 years in a regular barrel and then maybe 6 months, probably, maybe 3 even in a port when you're in Texas.
I'd be curious if you left it in there longer, but you left it in like Napa,
Something a little more temperate.
where you get the more swings.
Yeah, maybe.
So
not just 60 degrees in the winter and 120
Right.
degrees in the summer.
overall, not a terrible one.
No, it's fine.
It has exceeded my expectations since the first pour. I think I've nailed that point a couple times. But again, I'm curious to try something else from there.
Yeah.
Just like you said, like find one that's not finished and poured and see how is the whiskey before it's put into the barrels.
Right.
So we'll see if I can track that one down this weekend.
Nice.
So
Very
overall, $45. If
That's worth the
you're
experiment.
like me right now, that's trying to find stuff around the country,
Right.
not just in Kentucky and Tennessee, give it a try.
Yeah. Yeah.
Give it a try.
It's worth it. It's worth it. Especially if you like long branch, like the mesquite note in long branch. If you like that, then this is going to be something that you probably would like too.
Hope you enjoyed the review. Again, as always say, we're trying to grow the channel, so we'd love for you to support us and continue to grow the channel.
Absolutely. See you on next episode.
Thanks for watching.
Cheers.